Hey family, we back at it. How y'all doing? Just G said I still have to catch up and watch your review for episode 1 and 2. No worries. It's okay to be replay gang. Yes, we are. We back at it again. Hey, Indigo Girl said I'm right on time. Oh, yes. It's okay to be replay gang. It's okay. Kimberly said, Nikki, I need you to get caught up by next Wednesday so we can be ready for decision day. We'll be caught up by Monday. Yeah, we'll be caught up by Monday. Indigo Girl said, Nikki, are you doing all the episodes today? No. I'm doing the 3 and 4 today, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 will be throughout the weekend. And then on Monday, we'll do 9 and 10. So we'll be caught up for decision day. Miss Gigi88 said, come back in the room. I know that's right. Let me just tell y'all this, right? So I think I may do a deep dive on this because I found all of the cast, I found all of their Instagrams, and something was throwing me off, right? Because I'm like, if y'all not together, because this is the thing, the way everybody is posting, they're posting like they're still married, right? So if we're going by the cast Instagram, then that means that everybody is still currently married because the way they're posting, like everybody is posting these lovely, pictures of the first time they met and, meeting of the family. But one thing that I've noticed as somebody who has worked in PR and has had a PR person, the way some of the things are the way that some of the messages are written on the Instagram photos give me PR, because some stuff is like not even written in the way that certain cast members would speak. So that's kind of like sending me a certain way. And I'm just like, is this PR for the show? Because every picture, Netflix is tagged in a lot of these pictures, right? And so I'm not sure if everybody's still together. But the way they're making, if you look at their Instagrams, you will believe that everybody is still together because everybody is writing beautiful messages and still calling each other, fiance, and saying, thank you for taking me on this journey. So glad to spend not my life, but this season of my life with you. So they're really good. They're really, really good because if nobody is together, it's absolutely misleading the audience. And that's what you want to do, because you don't want people to invest in a show, or people will not invest in a show if everybody ends up not being together. It has to be a surprise. So what they're doing is very, very smart, because I was looking at those Instagrams and I was just like, so wait, are y'all all still married? But then, of course, Cole has a TikTok. Then I went to Cole's TikTok. I ain't seen Zanub anywhere on that TikTok. It's all Cole going viral, verified on TikTok. Him and Bartice. Don't play me. Play checkers. I see the scam. I was like, of course, Cole and Bartice are all over TikTok talking to the fans, doing viral sound, funny TikTok videos. Get out of here. Get out of here. Tuesday. The Bachelor in Paradise review is on Tuesday. I don't do both. Oh, shoot, no. You know what? Yeah, I'll do one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. Why not? We are back again. Hey, Ima. Hey. Fifi said, someone said it's because the licenses were revealed, and I think they got contacted by production to post to throw everyone off. What do you mean? So everybody doesn't have a marriage license. Ah, oh, I'm gonna do a deep dive. I'm gonna do a deep dive. Let me make a note right now. Let me make a note right now because I'm gonna do a deep dive because something is up. Something is up. Cause I'm like, ain't no way all of y'all are married. Ain't no way all of y'all are married and still married to this day. Something up. Something up. Miss Gigi said they have to let us think they're all together until the final episode. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Listen, I understand enough. I understand her. Cause I was on his TikTok. How is that a grown man? How is that and guys, he comes for money. I was on that TikTok and I was on Instagram. He come for money. He come for money. He got money in real estate. And Zainab is a real estate agent too. They're both realtors. So I don't know. So maybe now that I know that, I'm like, okay, maybe that is what attracted you to him. Along, also along with him being white, coming from money, he's also in the same industry that you're in, and obviously doing it well. I'm starting to understand, sis. I'm starting to understand. Yes, we back in it. We back in it. Thank you, Stacy. Trying to keep it as straight for as long as I can. But you see, she's trying to curl up. Kimberly said, Nikki, we already know who got married or didn't. Someone released the marriage certificates. It's public knowledge. Okay. Well, let's not do it here because I don't want to do spoilers. But when does the season finale release? When does that happen? Let me know when that comes out. After that, I'll do a deep dive with spoilers. With spoilers. Irene said, we back. We back indeed. We back indeed. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Fifi said, no, yes, no spoilers, guys. No spoilers. No spoilers. And I'm talking about like episode 6 spoilers. I'm only on 4 and 5. I'm only on 4 and 5. Wait, no, 3 and 4. Yeah, I'm only on 3 and 4. I'm only on 3 and 4. Yeah, I'm going to wait, guys. I'm not going to do it right away, but I'm going to start compiling some information because nah, I don't believe it. I was reading all of those messages and I was just like, Brendan doesn't talk like this. Brendan doesn't talk like this. So why? Cole would never write something like that. Like, you know what I mean? For what we've seen of this person, the only person I believe was SK. SK was the only person I believe, like the stuff that he was writing, I was like, I feel like SK actually wrote this. But everybody else, somebody in PR at Netflix wrote those messages. No way. Absolutely not. Okay, 11/6. Okay. Wait, is that a Monday? Is that the season finale? I thought we had November 11th. Okay, thank you. I was like, I think there's one more episode and then the reunion. But the reunions are always so late. Netflix, Love is Blind. The reunion needs to be the next episode. Like, we don't need to have to wait for after the altar and how is everybody doing. We need to know what happened to this couple right away. Stop making us wait. We need to know. Release that with the season finale. I don't get it. Oh, it's 11/9. Oh, thank God it's not on election day. Thank God. Because listen, I'm sorry. Right now, there's 2 elections that I'm watching, 3 elections that I'm watching closely, and I can't think. I will not be able to think on November 8th. I will not be able to do a review. So yeah. Wait. Hold on, let me look at my calendar. So I can know right now. I cannot put nothing on that day. I'm not doing any lives on Tuesday, guys. I can't. I'm far too stressed. I'll be far too stressed on Tuesday. Oh, will I be able to do a review on Wednesday? Because that's when I'll get the results. All right, so this is what's happening. On Tuesday, the November 8th, I will do a review. It'll probably just be Bachelor in Paradise. On Wednesday, depending on how the results go for the 3 elections that I'm watching, I might do a live. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. Yeah, I don't get it. Like they were supposed to be anti-cable and they're just turning into cable. Like I hate it. I hate it. Um Cali in Georgia. Cali in Georgia. Half of my family, because one of the big reasons, sorry, I got my thighs out and it's sticking to my chair. One of the reasons why my family moved to Georgia when we did, because it was all we were going to do that process. We probably would have waited longer, but we all wanted to vote for Stacey Abrams. So we were all going to register there and get everything together so that we could vote for Stacey Abrams for the governor of Georgia. And then Rick Caruso entered the mayor race for mayor in LA. And it's such a tight race that we were just like, okay, let's split the votes. So half of us have registered to vote in Georgia and half of us are voting here in LA. I hope this is the last thing that I have to like fight to vote in LA. I thought LA was safe. I thought LA was safe. I wanted to throw my votes to Georgia for Stacey, but we got half and half. So half of the household, we're in it. We're in it. For me, it's for my family. It's for Georgia. It's Warnock and Abrams. For Cali, it's Karen Bass. For LA, it's Karen Bass. But yeah, like we were all supposed to vote for her, but then this Caruso and Bass race got hella tight. So we got to do what we got to do. Irene said Arizona is also having a midterm on Tuesday. Yeah, this is. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. So Wednesday, we will see. We will see. Oh my goodness. We will see. Okay, so the wedding day and reunions. Hold on, what's happening? Because I saw that Netflix only released 10 up to 10 episodes. So when is the reunion happening? When are they releasing the reunion? Because we only got did we even get all of the weddings on? Because I didn't watch ahead. I don't You know what? I'm confusing myself. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. I wish the celebrities would just go to Texas. Like that dude don't benefit nobody but you. Just go to Texas, Gwyneth Paltrow. But you can't because Texas is gonna get you together, okay? Texas is gonna get you together. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. So the wedding and reunion is Wednesday. Oh shoot. It might be an emotional life. It might be an emotional life. Okay, so the wedding and reunion is on Wednesday. So I guess episode 10 is leading up to the altar. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Perfect. We're good. We're good. Okay. Depending on how my elections go, we'll see. But I'll be there on Wednesday. We don't know in what state of mind, but we will see. Anyway, we've talked long enough. Let's get into episode 3. So Nancy does not say yes to American Psycho. She actually ends up going with Bartiz. But let's talk about American Psycho for a second. Let's talk about American Psycho for a second, because let me tell you something. Any reality TV show you go on, reality TV talent, the production, the producers are not cutting anything that will benefit the show, right? So when Nancy rejects American Psycho for Bartiz, he has this moment where he is trying to make himself cry. So at first he's like, squeezing his eyes really tight to get a tear out, and nothing's happening, right? So in his confessional with the producer's talking to him and asking him questions about what just happened. And he's like, well, hold on one second. And he pulls out eye drops and puts them in his eye. And he squeezes his eye to make it look like he's been crying. So the producer starts talking to him again. And he's like, "Oh wait, hold on, wait a minute." And he gets the eye drops again, and he's like, "Is this okay? Is this okay? Are are you guys rolling?" And the producer doesn't say anything, but the producer doesn't address rolling. The producer says, "Oh, well, if you got dry eyes and you need to put the stuff in your eyes, then that's fine for you to do." So he does it, and then tears start to from the eye drops start to roll down his face. He's like, "I just never thought I'd be in a situation that would bring me down, that would bring me to tears." And I'm like, wow, you literally are American Psycho. That was so crazy. I could not believe that he did that, but I could absolutely believe that production kept that in. I could absolutely believe it. I'm like, listen, if I was a producer and talent did that in front of me, I would make sure camera and sound are rolling. Are you kidding me? How is that not making a show? Now I want to say this about Andrew, Mr. American Psycho. Now either you have worked in TV before, or you have just picked up on what rolling means. But it's very odd if you have never worked in TV, in front of the camera or behind the camera, to understand what rolling means. Everybody knows action. Not everybody knows what rolling means. So that kind of threw me, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do a deep dive on you as well, because you also could be. It's obvious that he's here for something, some kind of fame or acknowledgement, but he also could be an actor too. And this show could probably just have hired a lot of actors, and I don't have a problem with that. I really, really don't. But just don't lead the audience on. And if you're going to lead us on, at least lead us with some results. Some reason, like give the audience something to make them come back. But this little performance right here from American Psycho, Nancy, you dodged one bullet, because I can't say you've dodged a bullet. You've dodged one, but girl, there's another one coming straight to you. Straight to you. And he has a 3C curl box. Poor thing. Poor thing. I cannot wait. I was gonna say Nick and Jessica. Lord forgive me. Nick and Vanessa. If y'all don't bring that up at the reunion, give y'all jobs to Wendy Williams. Because come on. Come on. So Nancy and Bartice are finally engaged. I'm absolutely still concerned for Nancy. Poor thing. Anyway, she meets up with Bartice. And at this point, I'm like, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something up with this guy. Like, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something, like, he gives off this energy where I'm like, you're that guy. You're that guy. And then we see Bartice with this dangly chandelier cross, one single cross earring in his ear. And then it confirmed for me everything that I felt about that dude when I saw that freaking earring. When I saw that earring, I was like, oh, Captain of the F boys. Captain of the F boys. And the 25 was just screaming out of him. Nancy, how didn't you see that? At 33, how didn't you see that earring and go, oh my God, this isn't for me? Baby, I need a Love is Blind season where somebody walks out and it's just like, oh, no, you cut the cameras? No, I can't. No, I'm sorry. No, like, let's go back to, what was that show? What was the name of that show? Y'all remember? What is it called? I think it's called Next. Remember that show on MTV called Next? People wouldn't even make it off the bus. The doors were open and people would be like, oh, that's okay. Next. The gay version of Next, when it was just all gay contestants on, oh my goodness. That was such a terribly good show. Reality TV in its early days, whew. Girl, they had something good. They had something good. But that's where Love is Blind, that's where you need to go next season. If you are not going full on Next, I don't see you surviving. I do not see this show surviving. You have to go that route. You have got to go that route. Of course, Bartiz mentions Nancy's titties. Him and Cole, I would not be surprised if they're really good friends. I would not be surprised if Cole and Bartiz are really good friends because they just have that same F boy jerk douche kind of energy. Like forever man child will never grow up. If they're not on Reddit, they're absolutely going to be at the next Capitol insurrection. Like I can see it. I can see them being the best of buddies in the worst kind of way. They have the same energy. Um Listen, you guys told me to keep an open mind, but in this episode I was just starting to get very nervous for SK. I really really was. I was just like, I don't think Raven likes you like that. And I feel like she just wanted to go on with this process, but I don't really see her being into you. I felt like Raven isn't likes the process more than she likes SK, but he's a safe choice and a good guy, so she knows that she won't be pressured to do anything. Because to be quite honest with you, they don't have in the beginning. You guys told me to watch on. They don't have good chemistry at all. Like I'm not saying they don't have good chemistry. I'm saying they have no chemistry. There's like no chemistry with this couple at all. Like nothing. Even the conversations, there's no passion. There is nothing. So I'm very concerned for SK now. I'm going to watch on. I'm very concerned for him now. And one thing that I did notice, speaking of chemistry, is outside of the pods, all of these couples have even, in my opinion, less chemistry that they did when they were in the pods. Like there's nothing there. There's no kind of chemistry. I'm like, how are you guys going to make it to the altar in a month? You were doing all that talking in the pods. Now you've come out of the pods. You've all seen each other. You've all slept with each other, except for SK and Raven. And there's nothing to talk about. What happened? Like, where are the conversations? Nothing is happening. But everything is happening in the genitals, in the genitalia. But nothing is happening up here for any other couples. And I want to say this in the nicest way because I feel very bad for Nancy, but in a weird way, I feel like her and Cole would have been a better match because they both have this very, and I say this as an adult who likes things that people would consider to be childish, right? So I want to put that out there. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being an adult who's fun and bright and joyful and is still very youthful at a time where society makes you believe that you should not be. I love that. Go to Disney. You know what I mean? Put on your glitter shawl and walk around Marshalls. Yes, I'm talking about myself. You know what I mean? Y'all know, look at me. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that. Forever young, right? But there's something about Cole and Nancy where they have this, I feel like they're kindred spirits, right? And they have this kind of high school class clown energy, but very specific and different kind of class clown energy. Because I feel like Nancy has the high school class clown energy that you would encourage. Cole has the high school class clown energy that that gives you a pit in your stomach where you feel uncomfortable. Like Nancy, like let's say you're in high school and you have a substitute teacher. We all know how much of a nightmare that is, right? But Nancy would be the kind of class clown that would make fart sounds when the substitute teacher sits down and then like look around like it wasn't her who did it and everybody laughs at her. But Cole is the kind of person, the kind of high school class clown that would make fun of the substitute teacher's accent in kind of a sinister way. And only the children of terrible people would laugh at that. You know what I mean? But they both have the class clown energy, just two very different perspectives of that class clown. So in a weird way, they're compatible. In a very weird, kind of demonic way, they're compatible. Thank God they didn't choose each other though, because I just feel like Nancy is already going through it. Bartice is putting her through it. Cole will put her through hell. My God, today, yeah, she's a sad case on this show. Poor thing, poor thing. Ooh, I didn't want to talk, but we'll talk about it. So Zainab, yeah, Zainab sleeps with Cole. And here is the thing. I don't know if uh, this is okay. Because I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out together. But the way she talked about having sex with Cole, she kept on leading with, "That's my fiance." So, I would, he's about to be my husband. So I would do it. I would absolutely sleep with him because, he's my husband. He's going to be my husband. That's my fiance. I feel comfortable doing that with him. She kept on saying it. So I'm like, are you saying that to us because family and friends are watching and you want to put that out there so that they don't think of you as somebody who does one night stands, or are you putting that out there because this is what was regurgitated to you by Cole to make you feel better about the decision you probably would not make had he not been as persistent? It was just the way she was explaining it to me, to the audience, that I was just like, I don't feel comfortable about this. Like, I don't know, guys. But just her talking about it, and she was just like, after we had sex, he got up and he didn't talk to me for hours. And it just made her feel really, really low. And Cole was just like, well, I was tired. He was like, I was tired, and it wasn't a big deal to me. And like, he spent the rest of the day trying to make her feel better. But I don't know, just that moment in her confessional where she was talking about it, having sex with Cole, just the way it was worded, the way it was setting up, I was like, sis, I don't know. I don't know about this. It just made me feel weird. It just made me feel weird. Now later, she's, really happy. She's telling the ladies about how many times she slept with them. So she seems really happy about it. But in the beginning, it just wasn't a good time for her. And I hate that. I hate for women to just not have good sexual experiences. And I say that because women normally don't voice when things are making them uncomfortable or when things are just not right in the moment, and like, go into this, if they're not being serviced properly, go into this thing of, well, let me just get it over with, and then when it's done you feel a certain way, and then you're with somebody who's absolutely been serviced and has had a good portion and enjoyed you, but you didn't enjoy you didn't have the same experience. And I hate that because it's very common for women. So I just felt bad for Zainab in that instance. I really, really did, because she was just defeated. And Cole's like, we're compatible sexually. And she's like, so I'm like, did you not want to do it? Or did you do want to do it and it was bad, and then you didn't like how he treated you after? I just felt like there was something more there, and I felt uncomfortable, and I felt so bad for her. So bad for her. Let's talk about how I'm starting to see more and more in this episode, the 25. I'm starting to see that 25-year-old in Bartice, because he was so happy to tell production that he had sex with Nancy. Nancy ain't said nothing to us. But Bartice, yeah, she had a good time. Yeah, she had a good time several times. 25. Poor Nancy. Poor Nancy, like, absolutely a 25-year-old guy. Yeah, she enjoyed it. Nancy had a great time last night. Yeah, with that dangling earring. Ugh. Oh Lord, if y'all ever see me with a man with a dangling earring, please know that I am at my lowest of the low. especially if he got that cross in that one ear, just know I am severely depressed. Please come save me. Please come save me. Poor Nancy. Ah! Oh, girl, you don't deserve this. Oh, this is so terrible. Sis, I'm sorry. Poor thing. Speaking of sex on the show, especially as we have seen how the men have reacted and how the women are just not having the same experience as the men. Ladies who come on the show, it's okay to go full Mormon, right? Y'all need to lock up the puss until you have made your decision. Until decision day, because you sleep with these guys. You've only been talking to them for a few hours in the pods. You do not know who they are. You are going into this process thinking that you're believing that this is my fiance, this is going to be my husband. I'm telling you right now, aside from Cameron, these men look at this process totally different. These men are looking at it as, well, if I'm not feeling her at the end, then I can get out of it. The women are going into this as, I am trying something new, but I am going into this expecting to leave out with a husband. The men are like, I don't know what's going to happen. If I get a wife, that'll be cool, but this is very weird. I've never done this before. They already are going into this with so many apprehensions about this process. The only thing they don't hold back on is having sex with you. And women, we have to be honest, so many women confuse sex with the man caring about you. But girl, after he releases that demonic semen into your body, he's done. He don't want you no more like that. He wanted you at that time when he was horny, but he ain't horny no more. So he don't feel the same way. And then they get confused and they're just like, oh my goodness, what is happening here? Girl, lock up that puss until you have made your decision on decision day. Before that, don't do it, because you'll always sleep with these guys and then they switch up on you and you crying in the confessionals. And we are like, why did you do that? Stop sleeping with them, because the guys have sex with the women are just like, yeah, I don't know. And the women are like, I had sex with my fiance, my husband. And the guys are like, if something happens, it happens. But I don't know if I'm there yet. The men are like, I don't know if I'm there yet. And the women are like, I'm putting our last names together and seeing what our kids would look like. Oh, we are down bad. We are down bad. This is so sad. Y'all got to lock up that puss. Stop going into this process and being like, oh, we're engaged. I want to have sex. I want to have sex with my fiance. Don't think of it like that. You need to think how these men think. You need to be like, you know what? I don't know this fool like that. I don't know him like that. I've only talked to him for a couple of hours in the pods. Let me see how his heart is. Let me see how he speaks to me, how he treats others. How is he around my family? Does he wash his behind? Like, those things are very important. And you should be looking at that when you get out of those pods. Think like them, except when you get to the sex situation. Because the dudes are like, I don't really know. Maybe not. But when it comes to sex, they're down. They're down every time. And that don't mean nothing to them, because they got up out of your fiance bed and was still like, I'm not sure about this chick. And the women are thinking like, this is it. We've consummated our engagement. Girl, I don't want to be a man, right? Like, I love being a woman. I hate just being this stupid. I hate being this dumb for a species that is foolish. That is foolish. And there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that episode. I'm sorry, I had a little meltdown. Let's talk. He is burnt. He is absolutely burnt. He is absolutely burnt. If Bert was a Dominican F boy, that's who he is. That's who he is. Tiffany said the only place that's getting any action in the show is the gym. Yes. It was such a wonderfully awful show. It could never be made today. It could never be made today, but baby, the look on those people's faces when they were like, next. The most brutal one was when they were getting off of that van and they would be like, no, next. Oh, that show was vile. Miss Brown Sugar said, I can't wait for you to get caught up. Trying my best not to spill details from the next batch. Okay, I'll be caught up this weekend. I thought that too, but everybody who watched ahead is just like, Nikki, not yet, not yet. Alex is gonna let us know. Thank you so much, Alex, for the super chat. Alex said, Bartice Barsora. Crazy Homebody Girl said reality TV was better then because there's no social media. Yeah. More everyone now cares about their image. True. Yolande said there was a show on ABC as well where we would see the person in the mirror and one person will wait on the balcony and either watch the person walk back to the balcony with you. What? I don't know why this made me think of it, but do y'all remember that horrible reality show called The Swan? Do y'all remember that show? OMG. They would literally get a person and be like, you're ugly. We're going to give you a bunch of surgery to make you pretty and present you to your family in like 2 weeks. Like, they would give these people, these men and women, like very intense facial and body surgeries. And then in like 2 weeks, put them in some kind of dress or tight suit and present them to the family. And the family was like, oh my gosh, Alyssa is so pretty now. She was hideous before. And the husbands are just like, oh, my wife was ugly. Now she's a 10. I'm lucky. And I used to watch that show religiously. My God, today. My God, today. My God, today. Y'all remember when that girl peed to get out of a date? Remember, it was a white girl, blonde bob. She had on jeans and a pink shirt. I'll never forget it. She was on a date with this guy, and the guy really liked her, but she just did not like him. She did not like him. And she was like in her confessionals, and she was just like, I thought he would have eliminated me by now. And no matter what she did, he would not eliminate her. So they were on a date, and she was just like, I thought you would have eliminated me by now, but you haven't. I don't want to be here. So I'm going to do something to make sure you eliminate me. And she began to pee. And he was like, are you peeing? That show was wild. That show was wild. Absolutely. He's on the wrong show. He needs to be on F Boy Island. He needs to be on F Boy Island. DeWay said that SK is still my favorite dude and I still love Raven. Can't wait till you get further. Oh, I'm glad. I am glad that I am going to get a different, side of Raven because I am. Whoo! Stacey J said Raven said that Nancy is the girl you knew in high school that you hope doesn't come up to you later on in life. It was mean, but I felt bad because I agreed. What does that mean? Yeah, she has a fun energy. But it's very class clown. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just very like it's cute, bubbly energy, but it just is a kind of energy you would not expect from somebody who's 33. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that though. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, I'm good and grow, and I'm on YouTube entertaining people. Well, that's my career though, right? We all got a bit of Nancy in us. Absolutely. 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 He gets scarier and scarier the more that I learn about him. Ah, and the fact that I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Indigo said Cole and darn it, Zainab seem to no Zainab, Cole and Zainab seem to both have anxious avoidant attachment styles, both very sensitive to rejection. Huh. You know what? Maybe I'll see that if I watch a bit when I watch more on, then I'll probably stick. But I just can't. I don't know. It's something about him that I just oof, I can't put my finger on it, but I'm only on episode 4. Miss Gigi88 said, Zenub is too mature for a frat boy Cole who thinks that everything is funny. Well, baby, the way that she is posted on her Instagram, or maybe the PR people are doing it. Miss Brown Sugar said, I have yet to see anything that explains Zip and Cole's connection, not in the pods and not since. I'm telling you what I think it is. He's a realtor. It's all Zenup. It's all Zenup. He's a realtor. He comes from money. He makes money with his job. She's a realtor. She also lives in Texas. It's a much easier and better life for her, she would think, to be with a white guy from a certain class, from a white upper class guy who has money. It's a good life. It's a good life. Ashley said, "What do Coke and Zinab talk about? I don't see any interesting, funny, or meaningful conversations. I don't understand the connection. Privilege and money." Melissa said, "Can't get around how some men think they are God's gift to women and that they should have credit for staying with someone they don't find physically attractive. Feel sick." Yeah, men are coddled. Men are coddled. I was waiting for her to say that. I thought that's what she was going to say, to be quite honest with you. I thought she was going to be like, the sex was terrible. I mean, because he just does not look like he knows how to lay pipe at all, right? But again, because he's somebody who comes from money, because he makes a lot of money, I see a lot of women biting their tongue to stay with him because of the access to privilege that they will have being with somebody like him. But he does not, I don't think he knows how to lay any bit of pipe. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. You know what? Whole Star family. Jasmine said, at least nobody got blasted or embarrassed about the sex game several times like Alexis did Justin from Married at First Sight. Yeah, at least that didn't happen. Indigo Girl said, Lauren and Cameron were the luckiest couple to find each other. Two genuine people. Yeah. Well, they can't, but this is the thing. It was new. Nobody knew what Love is Blind was, right? They didn't know what this show was. So they went into this just ready to be in a relationship, ready to be married, ready to find love, ready to see what this will be. And it's all that's how it is. It's just like with Tristan and Ryan on The Bachelorette, right? Like it was the first of many to come, but it was a little bit more pure back then. This show is now, it's infected with influencers and actors and stand-ups and people who are just looking for attention, unfortunately. Miss GG88 said Bartista is someone who has constantly been told that he's handsome, so he feels like he can do the bare minimum and he is a catch. You know what? I feel Basora. I feel the opposite. I feel like he wasn't told that. And I think he did stuff to his, that's why he's so concerned about the way he looks. I think he did those things so that he could get that, because he constantly mentions that him and Raven are a good match because they're both attractive. I'm like, wow, I understand saying that somebody else is attractive, but to constantly let us know that you get treated differently in the world because you're attractive, are you telling us that because it's true, or are you trying to convince us and yourself? Ciao. A mess. It was a mess. It was a mess. I should not have been watching that show. I should not have been watching that show. Miss Brown Sugar said, ladies, pack your personal care toys. Do something. Take a cold shower, take up knitting, stroll a Marshalls or a Home Goods. Like, yes, until you see his apartment, until you see and smell his feet. You know what I mean? Like, until you smell the penis. Like, does he stink? Ah, I don't understand. I do not understand. Hopelessly devoted said women want to test it out first, just like men do. And that's absolutely fine. In the real world, on this show, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do not try it out. See what he looked like in gray sweatpants. You know what I mean? You can work with some girth. You know what I mean? Like you can make it work. But child, don't do it. Not on this show. Not on this show. Jasmine said, I ain't going forward in on marriage if I ain't test the water first, because that's for life. No. In life, in the real world, on this show, wrap it up. Pack up the puss. Uh-uh. Ain't nobody meowing. Ain't nobody meowing until you get to decision day. That's when you need to make that decision. Absolutely not. Pack up the puss. Busola said, anyone remember Mr. Personality? Yep. Reality TV was wild back in the day. Wild. Wild. Spency said, Bartice is the worst. He loves talking down to Nancy. He was sick when he saw Raven. Sick, 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 sick. Yep. Miss Brown Sugar said, Twitter joke that Bartice thought that he would be cast for Too Hot to Handle, but ended up of his fine instead. I believe it. I believe it. Yes, that was my show too. That was my show. Yeah. But at least the circle doesn't hide it. At least the circle doesn't hide it. Let me get Nora, and then I'll get into the next episode. Nora said, I hate how Bartice and Cole mess with the insecurities of Zenub and Nancy. Zenub and Nancy are both beautiful and could do so much better. Yeah, but they have to know that. They have to know that. Oh, shoot. Is it here yet? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have something coming in the mail today. I hope it's here. I hope it's here. Because I've been talking about it for too long, and it keeps on getting delayed. So that might be it. I'll get my mom to get it. I'll get my mom to get it. I'll get my mom to get it. Oh, I hope it's here. I hope it's here. I'm sorry, guys. I just remembered that I had something delivered. Or I'm hoping that it's here. It's been delayed so many times. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. Again, Raven and SK, no chemistry. No chemistry. No chemistry at all with this couple. But again, you guys said later on something will happen. Zenib has now slept with Cole. Zenib has now slept with Cole. I think it wasn't great, sis. I don't think it was just how he treated you after. I think it wasn't great, and he didn't treat you right after. Did he help you out? Like, did he appreciate you before he appreciated himself and before you appreciated him? See, that's a clear sign right there. That's a clear sign right there. And I feel like you didn't get appreciated. Anyway, she has now slept with him, and she's just in a weird space, and she also realizes that he's messy. This is why I'm talking about close up the clam before you get to know these guys, because I feel like if Zenub knew that he was messy, she probably wouldn't have been all hot and bothered for him, right? Because it seems like he's messy to a point where it's like out of control. But you know what, sis, from looking at him, I can see that. How did you not see that? Because I don't think that it's, he just put a towel on the sink. I think he just throws everything everywhere and expects for her to clean up after him, because that has been his life. And I think that now that she's starting to see, even with just sharing this space with him, that this is what she's getting herself into, the attraction is fading away, which is why you need to get to know the dude first. Ah, child, I sound like my grandmother. Um, I sound like my grandmother. She was right in the end. She was right in the end. Anyway, I'm right about Zenab. I'm right about Zenab. I'm right about Zenab. I'm right about Zenab. Because a clear sign for me is the fact that she is so caught up on a man having blue eyes. You know what? I ain't even gonna say it. You know I am. It's giving Hitler. It's giving Hitler. Like, what are you? Why are you so caught up on the blue eye? She keeps on mentioning that, and I think she mentioned it because she had a little problem with Cole not having blue. She was like, "Yeah, you said your eyes were blue, girl. What? Yeah, you said you have blue eyes, and they're kind of green." And I'm like, what kind of man you looking for? What kind of man you look? I'm right about you, sis. I still think you deserve better because I feel like what you're attracted to is because of some form of oppression. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But I see you, sis. I see you. Um this episode, so I want to talk about Colleen and Matt. I really haven't talked about the ballerina and Matt too much because honestly, I didn't have a lot of notes on them because I just was not invested in their story. I felt like Matt was a little too eager and he really didn't, pick up on the cues of Colleen just being so thirsty to stay on the show. And maybe because he didn't see her, he interpreted her being anxious, meaning her being anxious for him. But from watching the show, it was very obvious to me that she just wanted to, enjoy the ride. Listen, Colleen, I'm sorry, you love being a ballerina, so I feel like you were unemployed when you got this show. So this is a fun little vacation for her to come on the show, everything, all expenses paid, and she's being put up for a month or so. When you're unemployed and probably, couch surfing, this is a good little catch for you. And you can also, get a little fun peen, a little vacation peen while you're here. So I think that's what Colleen is here for, right? Matt, he's like in it. In it. Like, I love this girl. She's everything for me. And I'm like, how many hours has it been? Like, you are in it, bro. Like, it's giving too much. It's giving too much for me. The way he is into Colleen, I'm like, something not right. But I haven't watched on, but something is going on. So the guys, so everybody comes together and meet each other. The women get together and they're like, "Oh my god, how many times did you have sex? Oh my god, you did it so many times." Women, I can't stand us because none of y'all had a good time. None of y'all had a good time, but you don't want to tell the other girl that because you want her to think that everything is gravy. But when we talk to y'all in y'all confessionals, you're not really having a good time with these dudes. But the ladies would never know because you're like, "Oh my god, everything was so great." Colleen, you don't like Matt. You want to bang Cole because as soon as Colleen saw Cole, she was just like, yeah, he's my type." Can we just talk about how everybody was looking at the other person who was just like, I made a mistake? This show is so messy. This show is so messy because as soon as Bartise saw Raven, he could not get himself together. He could not get himself together. And the whole time he was just talking about her. He was just like, yeah, I mean, I knew that she would be hot. I knew that she would be a smoke show. I'm going to tell you right now, suburban people, smoke show will never happen. Y'all got to stop trying to make that happen. It ain't. I've heard that now several times throughout this week. And every time it sounds like a hate crime. Like I feel like it's a slur. it doesn't, it hits me in the wrong places. I don't like it. I don't like, it's just not gonna happen. First of all, it's too many words. You know what I mean? It's too much going on. A smoke show. It's too much going on. It's too, y'all need to stick with hot and leave it there. Smoke show? Nah. It's not going to happen. But anyway, Bartise and Cole and Colleen are absolutely regretting who they pick, because Cole is even telling the guys, he keeps on saying, "Oh, I love her. I love her, but there are just some things that I don't like." And I think that whatever happened in that bedroom, something happened, and those two just were not compatible. It just, something happened, and I feel like they're both trying to save face and make this process work. But whatever happened when they had sex, everything left them. Whatever they had in the pods was no longer there, because Cole is still saying that he loves Zenab and he wants to be with her, but there are just things about her that he can't. He don't think that he can live with, but he still loves her. And I'm just like, I feel like the way Cole and Bartise are talking now, I haven't seen it past episode 5, but I feel like the way they're talking, they're setting up things to give them an out. That's what it's starting to seem like. Because even SK was like, well, it's not a big deal. But then Cole was like, well, it is. And Bartise was like, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, because my woman. And I'm like, you guys are giving yourself an out. Y'all are giving yourselves an out because you have now seen the other women and you are attracted to other women and you want to give yourself an out. And I haven't watched ahead, but I feel like they're both going to start to make the partners, the women that they are with, the problem, and compare them to the women that they actually want, and start saying, well, Colleen treats me this way and Zenab does this, so I don't like that. Or Nancy is always picking at this, but Raven is just so easygoing. I see that happening. I see that happening because they no longer want to be with their partner. They've done everything that they could do, right? They went through this process thus far. They've had sex with them. They've assessed what they wanted from them, and they're not happy with it. And they think that they can get it from somebody else that is more fitting to the type of women that the woman that they normally go for. Colleen, is she the new Jessica? Because the way she was all over Zenab, like her and Zenab was besties, but I'm like, you are hanging out with Zenab, all girly. Oh my God, getting all excited with her that she's having sex with Cole. But then in your confessional, you're talking about how Cole is your type and how outside of this process, you would be with Cole, but you're high-fiving Zenab, his fiance, happy and excited for her that she's banging him. Ooh. It's always one. It's all, you can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody these days. I already talked about Bartise. You know what? I just thought about this. In episode 4, Bartise says something, and I was like, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. So he was just like, when he was talking about how Raven is a smoke show, he was just like, I'm excited to go through this process, so I can see more of her and get to talk to her more and learn more about her and see where this goes. And I'm like, where what goes? Hold on. This is not The Bachelor. You have a fiance. That's it. Like, why are you excited to get to know a bit more about Raven? Because that's when you're going to make your decision. You already made your decision. So I'm like, you got a whole fiance, but you're going to try to date Raven? That's basically what he was saying. I was like, I can't believe it. I cannot believe that maybe you and Raven are right for each other, because he's so unaware of how awful he is. I'm like, how are you saying that? And you don't feel any kind of way. There's nothing in you that was just like, maybe you shouldn't say that. Nothing held those words back. You said them freely. You got a whole fiance that you've been sleeping with several times, according to you and her. You got a whole fiance and you want to date this. You want to see where this goes. You want to start courting somebody else while you got a whole fiance. Men don't deserve rights. No. The only thing I have to say about Matt is that he's just hella thirsty over Colleen. And I'm like, what's going on in Texas? I'm not saying that Colleen is not a catch, but the way Matt is talking about her, I'm like, are there women where you live? It's so crazy how like deeply in love with Colleen Matt is, and nobody else is there. You got the same amount of time. Colleen ain't even where you're at. Oh, Matt, I'm concerned, brother. So again, I love Nancy. I feel bad for her. I'm rooting for her. I will say that she said something that threw me off a bit. And I kind of, she lost a bit of sympathy for me. When she was laying down on Bartiz and they were talking about everybody that they saw, and she was just like, "Oh yeah, I met CK finally in person. He was on the top for me. He was one of my top guys. But then I saw what he looked like, and I was like, oh, I did good. I did good. I did good with you. That ain't sit right with me, right? That did not sit right. Because what was it about him that you saw that you did not like, Nancy? Please discuss quickly, right? But then right in that moment that she said that about SK, Bartiz was like, oh yeah, well, I had a totally different experience. He was like, I saw Raven. I was like, oh, she's smoking hot. Baby, I was on the floor because Nancy's face went from this to, he was like, I had a totally different experience. But I made the right decision with you. But when I saw Raven, I was like, wow, she's gorgeous, stunning, fit, healthy, everything that I would ever want in a woman. And Nancy is sitting right there. But I chose you. The only thing I can say about that whole scenario is that my ancestors are quick, girl, because you thought you was doing something by Shay and SK, and the man that you chose came around and played you to your face. To your face. The ancestors are quick. That's all I had to say about this episode. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Nora said, I hate how Bartiz and Cole mess with we got that one from Nora. Spency said, girl, a man sent me a thirst trap of him wearing gray sweats. Girl. That's the thing. I don't like the penis pics, but Anyway. Love Like You Are said, my fave was Parents. Oh, yes, Parental Control. I love that messy show. That was a good show, too. This is the thing. Parental Control was a really good show, and it would have stayed on longer, but they started getting parents from Long Island. When they hit that island, it got real racist. Whitney said, I really don't think Bartiz or Raven are that attractive, but I understand why. Yeah, but I understand why from a Euro standard, they are seen that way. That's what it is. Like, they're light. That works in their favor. Rara said, Bartiz is leaping, grasping, and tumbling. Can't stand him. And he thinks he makes a better impression than he does. But I think he's very insecure. I think he's extremely insecure, and he's just overcompensating because what he's telling us about himself, I don't think he believes that. Miss GG88 said, right, Nikki, she wasn't appreciated. Like being Mary Jane said, reciprocity. I've always had a problem with that word. Thanks, Lauren Hill. C. Graham said, Zenab definitely didn't get hers, which is why she feels rejected. I think so too. Robert said, I have a POC coworker like that. It's like we're in Minnesota. I think that's what you mean, right? Throw a rock at any direction and you hit one. This NTR said, appreciate it. I'm going to hear Raheem Devon's a woman different there. Dwayne said you will see more of Zenab after you meet her family. I can't wait to get to the families because I think that's a deciding factor for me. Spitzy said Zenab gives big. I'm brown, but grew up around white people energy. Listen, I didn't want to say it, but since we're here, yes, she absolutely gives that because I'm like, why? What was attractive to you about Cole? It could not have been the conversation, right? And then for her to pipe up when he said that he had blue eyes, girl, what? Weird. I'm sorry. It is very weird for a person of color, knowing our history, to desire blue eyes in a partner. Something is off. Something is off. Listen, maybe you don't know your history, but I feel like you do, Zenab. I feel like you do. Miss Sugar said Colleen just wanted to be chosen by anybody. Yeah, because she wanted to stay on the show. That's what it is. Indigo Girl said, I think Colleen and Matt can actually be a real couple, but Matt is giving crazy vibes. That's what I want to talk about. I don't see them as a couple yet. I feel like in the real world, they absolutely could have worked as a couple, but for some reason, they give me fraternal twins. That's what I get from them. I get fraternal twins. And I was honestly a bit concerned when she said that they had sex. Because I'm just like, I feel like you two should do a 23andMe first before you do that. Because I'm like, they got the same nose and teeth. That is very rare. That is very rare. They have the same nose and teeth, guys. I'm Colleen, you know what? Well, the damage is done. Never mind. Don't find out. Don't find out. But I'm like, you guys are very similar. Very, very similar. You never know. That's why I don't date nobody in Philadelphia. Listen, both of them, the granddaddies, the great and the regular granddaddies on my side, on my parents' side, my dad's side and my mom's side, both of them were Rolling Stones. My family got a Rolling Stone problem. So I just don't date nobody in Philly. I just don't because I couldn't survive. I could not survive being in a relationship with my cousin. I couldn't do it. I don't date nobody in Philly, nobody in South Jersey, New York, maybe, but I'm always a little cautious over there too. But nope, you never know. You never know. We got a whole lot of Rolling Stones in my family. Stacey J said, the ballerina annoyed me. I don't understand how you're complaining about a stereotype about a ballerina, but then talk about being able to do splits in sex. Well, that's the thing. That's what she leads with. She leads with that. And then she's just like, I don't know why the guys don't want to be with me. Well, after you do all the splits and spin around on a pee-pee, they have no desire for you anymore because that's what you led them to believe that was all you offer. You say, hi, I'm a ballerina. I can do splits to a man. Come on, girl. Come on. You know what you're doing. Oh, Jasmine. He's very Texas attractive. Like, I can see Texas. Not Houston, but I can see that. I can see that. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Miss GG88 said Matt needs intense therapy. He is not over being hurt by his ex. He doesn't shut up about it. Child, I'm gonna see it later on. Tina B said, do they have like a month isolation period before the show begins filming? It seems like Matt fell in love real fast. I don't think so. Because I was on Cole's TikTok, and he said that the interview process was really, really quick. And like right after he passed the casting, they put him on a plane to come film the show. So he said it was real quick. Miss Brown Sugar said Bartiz was trying to cut Nancy down. Ain't no way he thought saying all that to Nancy was okay. Or does he just not know? Right? Because it didn't seem to me that he was saying it to belittle her. I felt like he was saying it to prepare her. That's what I mean. Yeah, and it's mean, but I felt like he was saying it to let her know, this is it. He's setting up the out. He's setting up the out. Smoke show. Ugh, clams just dry up when they say that. Um, yes, Stacy, thank you for picking up on that. Also, Cole said that he loves her, talking about Zenab, but not in that way. Especially after he saw Colleen. They're setting it up. They're setting it up. Setting it up. I'm like, you're high-fiving this girl, but you're telling us in the confessional that her man is a better fit for you. What? Child, even closer. Even closer. Indigo said, I can't. Nancy did not start packing her bags when Bartiz told her that he was very attracted to her, to Raven. Nancy, where's your self-esteem? I think she feels like she got a prize because even when she talks about Bartiz, she talks about, oh, he's hot. He look at his body. And that's what she's going after him for the same thing that he feels like adds value to him. So Rara said, yeah, he's sabotaging his relationship. Yep, so he can take a go at Raven. Absolutely. To Nancy's face, Nancy is disappointing because this is the thing. When later on he could be like, well, I told you that I was feeling something, right? And make her the problem. I told you that I wanted this woman, and you still stayed. So it's on you for staying. Oh, evil. Evil. Kayla said Colleen looks like she the fact that I can see that. Oh, I love the Star family. Miss Pearl Sugar said there's nothing wrong with Colleen, but there's nothing exceptional either. She's very okay. Okay. Double T said exactly, Nancy. Nancy. Then Bartiz made her face drop. I was like, you thought you was doing a little something. Oh, yeah. Then I saw SK and I was like, oh, I did good. And Bartiz was like, I saw Raymond and I knew I could have done better. Oh, that's why it never pays to be mean. It never pays to be nasty. Just always go with the good. It will always work out in your favor. Miss Brown Sugar said, there's no, oh, I got that one. Indigo said, I think SK is way more attractive than Bartiz. Yeah, I think so too. I think he's a very attractive guy. But again, y'all know me. Y'all know what I go up for. Secret said that's what she gets. I didn't like that because let's be honest, we knew what she was talking about. I did not. Then I saw him and was like, oh, I did good. In what way? Let's talk. It can't be in body. SK is just as fit as Bartiz. So what about SK was not attractive to you? Quickly, Nancy. Quickly. Get out of here. Get out of here. Some people said Nancy tried to play him and embarrass her. Yup. Kayla, absolutely obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Did you see when he finally got up the nerve to talk to Raven? He was like, "Hey, hi, how are you? Let's do a shot." Like he just could not get himself together around her. And Raven didn't. Raven ain't even noticing. Girl, she just, ooh, my good sis, to be that oblivious in life, I wish. But anyway, I also felt like when he was trying to do the shots thing and kept on trying to give shots to Raven, I was like, why you doing that? And that's when SK was just like, you can't get to her. You got to get to you got to get through me first to get to her. And the way Bartiz was looking at him, like, that's her fiance. What is going on here? And I think it's because the men and Colleen do not see this for what it actually is, right? It's an experiment to see if love is really blind, but it's also, leading up to a marriage at the end of you're like engaged at this point. But I think the men and Colleen see this very differently. And they're just like, oh, this is a fun show we're on. It's a fun show we're on. That's what I think is happening here. Jasmine said, I miss that Nancy said that. Between her and Raven, while they all acting like they'd never seen a Nigerian man before. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like very weird. It's very, very weird. But they are in Texas. Um um Taina, I wanna see my name said, I agree, Whitney. I agree, Whitney, because Barista and what's her name aren't cute at all. But you guys, we got to be honest, they're lighter people have it easier in life, thanks to Hitler. Thanks to Hitler and all the conquistadors who went to Brazil. Ciao. Megan said, Nancy should have said deuces after Bertice made that comment about Raven. Now she's going to hold on to him. Yes, but I'm not doing it tonight. I can't do it tonight. I'm going to do it on Saturday. Tina B said, yes, Nikki, I can't date no one where I'm from because everyone is my cousin. Yeah. Through blood or marriage. That's why I'm with an African. That just may be my portion as well. Because guys, my family is so big, like no space can house us. We always have to have a family reunion in a park. Like that's how big we are. And that's just the Philadelphia version of us. When we get with the Savannah people, my God, today, we need a state to house all of us. No, I ain't dating nobody in Philly. Taisha said, at least Matt is riding for his woman, even if you think she is basic, unlike Bartice and Cole. Because Bartice and Cole see the woman that they want. They're going to ride for the woman that they want, not the woman that they went. Indigo Girl said, I love how Raven put Bartice in his place. She let him know she is not shallow. Listen, she dodged a bullet. I feel like Raven is the only woman who is getting something good. For the women with the other guys, I don't see it. I do not see it, but I think that Raven really lucked out. Really? Yeah, he absolutely was. That's why he kept on with the shots. He was trying to get her loose. That's who he is. He was trying to get her loose. No. I wasn't saying that there isn't Nigerians there. I was saying the way that they were acting, or maybe you're not saying like that, but the way that they were acting, I was just like, it's sexist. You know what I mean? Like, Oh, it is in Houston. Wow. I didn't know about that. I got to get to Houston. If not for the food, for the men. Oh, I've heard some things. And I was just basically saying how that, casual racism is more accepted there. Miss Brunswick said, I'm enjoying every variation on that fool's name. Keep them coming. I think I like Barista. I think I like that one, guys. Love Like You Are said, oh, I would love a big family like yours. People say that. Let me stop. We're good. But it's a Philadelphia family. It's a Philadelphia family. Anyway, guys, I have got to get out of here. Thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to catch up this weekend on Love is Blind and Love During Lockup. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to be busy this weekend. This channel is going to be very, very busy. And if you have any additional time, please make sure you go and check out your girl's second channel, which is Nikki.Star at Home. Did I delete it? I always go through this. I need to prepare better. Here it is, Nikki.Star at Home. I post over there a lot as well. We got a lot of fun stuff happening there. The holiday content will start soon and very soon. But yeah, check me out on both channels, Nikki.Star at Home and right here on NikkiStar TV. Thank you all so much for the love. I had a good time. I'm going to catch up and, we'll be on it. So by Monday, we're there. So when the season finale drops or the season finale and the reunion drops, we're on it. We are on it. Pray I have a good election day. Pray that I have a good election day. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the super chat. Crystal said, "What are your thoughts on Alexa?" I think this is the thing. I was holding my thoughts on Alexa because I still want to watch ahead and see if how I feel is right. But I will say this: Alexa is beautiful. Alexa is stunning. I think that who she has, I feel like Alexa, right now, Brendan is a sweet guy. I don't know what kind of who he is, outside of this experiment, but I'm just like, Alexa, girl, you're a model. Because I've seen her Instagram and it's, girl, you're absolutely a model. Yeah, I think she's, because I don't want to say it, because I don't know if she's still with this man, but I just feel like she is dating outside of what she can attain. That's all or, engaged outside of what she can attain. I just feel like there's, I didn't watch ahead, so I'll just, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Wheezy said, when are we going to get Black women on this show, and what happened to the rest of the cast? Well, there were 3 Black women on the show. They just didn't make it outside of the pods, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's what it is. Miss GG88 said, "I'm all caught up on NikkiStar at home. I love it." Thank you so much, Miss GG88. Thank you, guys. Oh, no, that's fine. I was just speaking. I kind of got that's probably what you meant halfway through it, but I was just, just to clear it up. I didn't mean that there weren't Nigerians there, but I was just, saying that they were saying that as a way of, just, how casual racism is allowed more in certain places. But thank you so much for clearing it up, BB. But I got it. Because I'm trying. I don't know if she's still with this man, and I don't. I feel like there's no good way of saying it, but I just feel like, come on, Alexa. Come on, Alexa. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Thank you, Crystal. So it's like, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, I think he's not her type. That's what I'll say. I don't think that Brennan is Alexa's type. Love y'all. Let me get out of here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Whew.